Hello, I am ROXX-A-MILLIon and welcome to Chop It Up. How y'all doing? I came on tonight to share with y'all this cocktail that I'm drinking. This consists of Prosecco, Saint Germain. I have tequila in here. You can use tequila, you can use vodka, you can use gin, and a splash of fresh squeezed lemon. I sprayed some lemon juice in here. This is traditionally called a French martini, and the Saint Germain is just an elder flower, and it's pretty tasty. It's a little strong, but it's really good. But I wanted to talk about tonight. Quitney told me if I'm gonna tell y'all the story about Elmina and Hutch, that I really need to give y'all a synopsis of the beginning. So this is about the housewarming. So initially, when he and I started getting close, this is a while back. I was 14 years old and we was together 5 years prior to that. So this is a good ways back. But this is also the beginning. I didn't know what I know now. But I just want y'all to check it out, how things was transpiring and not knowing what was happening to us. I don't have the words to describe it. But anyway, I'm going to go back to, he had been working at Thermal Concepts, which is an air conditioning installation, supply, service, and repair company. And he had his own van and everything. Soon as he changed the address from Almina House to my apartment, he got fired. Not the next day, not the week after. The same day that he changed it, the address. No, it was the next day. Not a week later, but the next day after he changed the address to my apartment, he got fired. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because he was doing air conditioning work on his own. So, of course, he still had income coming in. And he was doing very well for himself. So, we decided to move in together to a fresh apartment that I had, just he and I. We decided to move out in Sunrise on Oakland Park and University. It was some villas out there. Really nice. I'm talking about, that was probably one of the nicest apartments that I ever had. Ever. They had a pool in the back, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, marble floors, granite counters. Just really, really nice. So, Almina, she was with us when I signed the lease for the place. And she was like, "Oh, we got to have a housewarming." That struck me kind of odd. I didn't say anything to her, but I talked to my mama. And in this case, my mom is the woman that raised me, my grandmother, Beatrice Simmons. That's my mom. Marion was my mom as well, but Beatrice was my mom. That's the person that I spent my whole entire life with. Her and my grandfather, Daniel. So I'm telling her, they want to have a housewarming, and that'll give our families a time to meet, so on and so forth. So we go along with it. Even though, like I said, we never had a housewarming in my family unless you signed a contract and you went to a closing. If that didn't happen, we never had a conversation about a housewarming. So anyway, the housewarming, was planned and it was going through. So my best friend came over, which is Missy. And I was telling her that I want to barbecue and I want to do all these things. And she was like, no, I think you need to make it simple. I think you need to make beefaroni, some rolls, and a salad. I said, okay. So the meat store was out of the question. So we said, okay, let's go to the grocery store and get the stuff to make the beefaroni. Before we could leave, Almina and her sister came to our apartment. So Shawnee was with my mom at the time. She was over there. And Queenie was at the house. And he was the only one there when we left. So I said, well, we finna go to the store. So Missy and I go to the store. We come back. I'm not going to tell you. This lady done mopped my house like as if it was nasty or it was dirty or we needed her. And she was like, I can't help what y'all need me to do. I say, I don't need nothing to help. I don't need no help. We got this. My best friend here, we going to knock it out. It ain't nothing for us to throw something together because that's what we've always done. We come back and the house is mopped. I didn't even know what to make of it. And I asked him, I said, why did she mop in here? He's like, no, that's my mom. That's what she do. She don't mean no harm about it. She just, that's what she do. She always clean up where I live. I say, okay. So, everybody started arriving. His family and my family. My mama came, my uncle came, my auntie Minnie came. My cousins, my best friend, my baby auntie, everybody I invited showed up. His family showed up. And things got odd at first because my family was inside. My entire family was inside. His entire family was outside on the screen patio. So he said, well, I'm going to tell them to come inside. And my mama say, no, let her black ass stay out there. And I was like, what? She was like, it just don't feel right. I don't like her. And it's something about her. I don't know what it is. But let her black ass stay out there. So I said, okay then. Let them stay out there. They stayed out there the whole time. Didn't interact with my family like I thought they would be doing. We would interact together and everybody meet. Of course, it was introductions, but no type of communication among our families. Okay, let's go past that. So, 2 weeks later, he had planned to take me to their family reunion. We had already paid for it. We paid all our bills. And we bought clothes to wear up there. And we got up there. We went to the clubs. And we went shopping. We bought bottles. We really just hung out. Had a great time. We had to leave early because Queenie had a interview. Because like I said, he just had got fired when he moved that address on that truck to my apartment. Lo and behold, we go to the house. We come back early. I'm not gonna tell y'all that it was a eviction notice from Bank of America on our door. How is this even possible? We paid the rent. But there it was. An orange sign that said 24 hours to vacate the premises, or all your stuff finna be set out the door. We just had time enough to go to U-Haul, get a truck, get my uncle and my mom, which is Marion. She always helped me move. And help us get boxes and pack up everything. And we had to put our stuff in a U-Haul truck because we was trying to find a place. And we don't want to keep moving everything. Couldn't find a place. So we got this stuff sitting in front of my mama's house in a U-Haul truck. A week go by. I'm like, this costing us, by the time we take this truck back, it's going to be the amount of a whole down payment for an apartment. I'm like, I am not prepared for this. So Hutch tells me, he says, well, you older than him. What's your backup plan? You ain't got it together. I said, well, there's no way I could have predicted this. Of course, I got a job. I work every day. I didn't, have a whole lot of savings. But I had money, but I wasn't finna try to put up all my money to move into somewhere, right? Y'all, I told this man, I said, you know what? I do have a backup plan. But my backup plan is not going to include your son, And I sure didn't want to go back, but I did have a backwards guarantee that if the ox in the ditch, he will pull me out. If I'm down, you know what I'm saying? He got me, but it ain't gonna be like, oh, I got you and you're gonna be with this dude here. It ain't that kind of party. But I refuse to, and I've never to this day, and I'm knock on wood, ever had to go back that route for that kind of help. But I'm just telling y'all that, in what sense does it make that? How that's just not a common incident that happened, because people that get evicted understand that you haven't paid your bills. So when you don't pay your bills, you get evicted. That's a part of the process. How many people can sit and say, okay, I paid my rent and I get evicted? I get evicted and I come back just in time a day before all my stuff finna be out the door. It was no rhyme, it was no reason, and it was no concept of understanding. But my family know that if I said it, that's what it is. It is. No matter how bad it is, I'm going to tell my mama what it is. And then if I don't tell her the truth of how it's moving, she can't really give me help at 100%. And that's what I was taught. Just tell it what it is. I don't make it no more than what it is and no less. We got eviction notice. That's real. When my Uncle Dan came to help us move and load that stuff on that truck, he would say, how the hell, Rocky? I say, man, I don't understand. I don't know. But you got to understand, this is the beginning of, became just the tip of the iceberg of what we endured. Knowing what I know right now, I know about her mopping that floor. That's what mopped us right up out our place. But I would have never thought in a million years that this shouting, church going, stumping up and down, foaming out the mouth, praising God person, this supposed to be Christian, was working us. And it was just the beginning. When I tell you this is just the beginning, y'all come on now. I got some more to tell you. Because I ain't even told you about, I ain't even got to where Minnie did her testimony. When I went down there, she on record on wax talking about what has happened in 2020. What I'm talking about now is in 2007. But I'm saying this to say that the devil is going to attack you. Anytime you living right, doing right, happy and content and grateful for what God has given you, you will be attacked. The thing about it is, if you're going to make it through it as an intact family, or you're going to still be together through the ups and downs and the turnarounds. We here and we still together. So by that being said, it took a lot of communication and a whole hell of a lot of understanding. But at the end of the day, no matter whatever you're going through, if you trust and believe in God and know that He sit high and look low and He got your back, you're going to make it. You're going to make it. And right now I'm living my best life. I ain't hurt for nothing. I could do whatever I want to do. I could go wherever I want to go. I could spend what I want to spend. And I am so grateful for that. But I couldn't always say it was like that. Because, honey, I done been from pillar to post, robbing Peter to pay Paul, down low and chitch flat, all that. But I'm talking about what's right now and what went before that. This is just a minute part of what I'm going to be telling y'all about what happened. And my aunt want me to tell about what Amina and Hutch has done to us and what we've been through and what we made it through and what we survived it through. And as always, I wish each and every one of y'all good health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and a whole lot of money. So until next time,